We got another cold, rainy day here near Seattle, Washington, but I've just been taking the opportunity, having these, rainy days where I can't really do anything outside, to just like tackle some of the projects that I was telling you guys about in the last video. I've got the composting toilet, the screens on my windows, and the bed lift hinges that I needed to replace. And I've actually made a lot of progress on all of those. And so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. But if you're new to the channel, my name's David. This is my dog, Sweetie, and this is Unbound. Thanks for watching. I was actually able to take that agitator out from the solids tank in my composting toilet. Big thanks to one of you guys that commented and said, why don't you just take that agitator out? I'm sure it comes out. And I was just like, why have I never thought about that? That's my biggest gripe with this composting toilet. I've had it for like 7 years now. And, maybe the thought had shot through my mind at some point, but I never actually decided to sit down and tried to disassemble it and get that agitator out. But I was able to do that, and I cleaned out and disinfected that solids tank and then just placed a plastic bag in there. And so, yeah, that's what I wanted the whole time. So now cleaning out that composting toilet is going to be so much easier. Instead of having to, take it outside, put a bag over the I'm sorry, did I stop petting you? Put a bag over the solids tank, invert it, and all this stuff, and then you're still left with the mess inside. Now I've just got a bag in there. I just open it up, take the bag out, dispose of it, and put a new bag in. Easy. And then I also got the hinges replaced under my bed. Those broke. They were, just really dinky hinges. They weren't meant to handle the added weight that I've put on this compartment door. The mattress that came with this RV was super thin and super light, and I've got a really heavy, very thick residential mattress on it now. And so yeah, those hinges just wore out over time and broke, but I replaced them with these really smooth door hinges. And so I still haven't gotten in the gas springs because when those hinges broke, they also bent the gas springs. So those are still coming in. It's taken forever for those to ship for some reason, but whatever. When they come in, I could just snap those on. That'll take, 20 seconds. And then that'll be finished. And then, yeah, the screens, I've been replacing the no-seam netting with just regular aluminum screen because, yeah, the no-seam netting just wasn't a fan of. And I actually got a comment from one of you guys too asking to show how to replace those screens because you've never done it before. And so, yeah, this is how you do it. The screen is just retained into the frame by this little cord, or it feels like it's made out of foam or plastic. I don't really know, but it pushes into these grooves that are in the frame, and you'll see them on your own screen. Pretty obvious. And so yeah, you just pull this out, and then you can remove the old screen. And if you damage this stuff, they do sell it at hardware stores. It's really easy to find, but there are different thicknesses of it. And so, take some of your old in and you can, size it up with the new one. Make sure you're getting the right diameter. And then I just lay the new screen just right on top of the window frame so I can cut out, a section of new screen. And this part doesn't have to be exact at all. I just cut out, a little oversized section, and then once it's in the window, I'll, cut it to fit so that there isn't any extra screen hanging over. And then, yeah, we just start putting this back into that groove to hold that screen in place. And I usually just use the back of the scissors on here to push this into the groove. And yeah, just be really careful not to damage the screen. I've definitely done that a few times doing this, and then you got to start over. And then a small tip is once you get to this point where you only have like two sides, like on this side as you're putting this in, you want to pull the screen taut this way so that it's nice and tight up and down. And then when you get to the last side, you want to pull the screen taut this way so that it's nice and tight all around. Otherwise, it just kind of won't look right. And they do actually make a tool for putting this this cord in, this screen retainer, but I've never bought it because I just don't do this very often. So, you know, I didn't really want to spend any more money than I needed, or, you know, just have another tool lying around that I would never really use, you know, because space is a premium when you're a full-time RVer. And so if I'm only going to use a tool like once every 4 years or something, then I usually don't have it. I either rent it or maybe borrow it from someone, or, you know, do kind of like this and just have a little makeshift tool that basically does the same thing. But there we go. We got the new screen in. It's nice and tight. Looks good. So yeah, then I just go back around and trim off all the extra screen so that it looks good. All right, there we go. All trimmed up, finished. But there you go, that's just the real quick and dirty on how to replace an RV screen. And actually, it's the same process, whether it's in an RV or in a house or whatever. You know, this is just how screens are held in anywhere. But yeah, I hope that was helpful to the person that commented, wanting to see how it was done. You know, I think they're looking to tackle a similar project. And I'll also give you guys an update on what's going on. Yeah, I'm still in Seattle. I didn't mean to be here for this long. You know, I came here to visit my newborn niece, which has been great, but I also had some business to take care of while I was back in town, and because of bureaucratic government, you know, slowness, government never wants to do anything fast. Yeah, I've been stuck here for like a month and a half. I shouldn't say stuck, because it's been great getting to hang out with my brother and his wife, and obviously my niece. But yeah, you guys know, I just want to be back on the road traveling, but that's all finished. And so I get to leave here within the next few days. And I am headed from here down to Rose's dad's place in Northeast California. That's where Rose at right now. That's where she's been. I know you guys have been asking that too. So yeah, she went to her dad's place. So I'll be going down there after this too. But I think the rain is gonna hold off. And so Sweetie and I are gonna head to a place called Flaming Geyser State Park. It's a really flashy name. I don't think there's anything there that's like quite that like amazing, but yeah, it's just been raining so much and just been cooped up. And so yeah, we're gonna get out and, you know, let this pup go explore a little bit. All right, well, never mind, that ain't happening. As soon as I started to get ready, it just started raining again, and it started raining hard. So I think I'm gonna scrap that, because like if it was just a little drizzle like what it's doing right now, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But yeah, it started just pouring down rain, and this state park's only like 30 minutes away. I checked the forecast and it just keeps changing. Like 1 minute the forecast, you know, says it's not gonna rain, then the next one it says there's a 70% chance of rain. And so yeah, and the storm clouds back that way too. So yeah, it's just not looking good. But anyway, if you guys remember in one of my videos, I showed you this side mirror that I had broken out. I just wanted to give a big shout out to James. He saw that video, saw I was missing the side mirror, and he was just at a junkyard one day and, you know, took a picture of that, sent it to me, and was just like, hey man, you want this mirror? So yeah, man, I really appreciate it, James. Thanks a lot, dude. It's okay, I guess. I'll just keep working on my own indoor projects. You know, I've got 2 more window screens to do, so I guess I'll just get those taken care of. Came in, bunny. It's okay. Are you chewing on my screen? No, I'm tired, girl. All right, I got my screens finished. That's a good feeling. And, you know, kind of sucks that I wasn't able to go out exploring around the area, get Sweetie out of the trailer too, just because the weather is just not cooperating. And so instead, what I'm gonna do is make some progress on a project for my brother. You know, they let me stay here and they never ask anything from me. You know, I can just be here as long as I need to, and I just appreciate that so much from them. And so I try to give back any way I can, just through like helping out with chores or helping out with Vivian if they need someone to watch her. But the main way that I can really bring some value to them is by, you know, working on their vehicles. And so I've done a couple oil changes on 2 of their cars since I've been here. And then they actually started having a major problem with their 2008 Ford Escape Hybrid. The driver's side CV axle went bad. And so this is something, you know, I told my brother, I was like, hey man, let's do that. Let's you just order the parts and I'll do the work for you, and we can tackle that while I'm still here. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing for him. And this car actually has 230,000 miles on it also. And so the front suspension is just shot. And so he also bought a new front suspension for it. And he also bought the passenger side CV axle also, because, you know, if we're in here taking care of one of the axles, my brother just figured, hey, why not do the other? Because we need to do the suspension. And to get the suspension off, you're basically, you know, right there, ready to get the CV axles out also. And so, yeah, it just made sense to take care of both sides, CV axles and suspension all in one go. And yeah, I really like doing this for my brother and his wife, because yeah, I just really appreciate, whenever I come around, they're just always like, hey man, you stay here as long as you want. Took a break from working on the car to check out the sunset. I could see it just through the garage door. Isn't that pretty, guys? And it's crazy how early the sun sets this far up north. Daylight savings time is over. It is 4 o'clock on the dot and the sun's going down. Man, we just get so little daylight going into winter up here. Get the new suspension up in there. And don't worry, I do know that I need to torque these down. I just didn't bring my torque wrench up from the trailer with me tonight, so I'll get these torqued down tomorrow. Well, that's all the further I could get on my brother's car for tonight. The CV axle is still in the transmission. I can't get it out without a pry bar, and my brother's not home right now. I know he's got one somewhere, but you know, I'll just have to wait till he gets home, and then we can work on it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, and so I'm thinking we can knock that project the rest of the way out tomorrow and Sunday. And then after that, I'm gonna head out of here, and yeah, I'm really excited. So the next video will finally be another travel video of me and Sweetie heading back down south. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little update, little projects video, rainy day in Seattle, you know, just like how I try to pass the time when the weather is garbage and, you know, I'm hanging out with family. But my name's David, this is Sweetie, and this is Fate Unbound. If you guys like the video, want to see more videos of what full-time RV life is like, then please consider subscribing. It would really help me out. But until the next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Yo, is she saying bye?